The Princess and the Wise Old Woman. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a beautiful princess named Isabella. She was kind and generous, loved by her people, but she had one flaw. She was very proud of her beauty. She believed that her beauty made her better than everyone else. One day, while strolling in the royal gardens, Isabella met an old woman. The old woman, wrinkled and hunched, asked the princess for some water. Isabella, looking at the woman with disdain, said, "Why should I, a princess, serve an old woman like you?" The old woman smiled gently and replied, "Because, my dear, beauty is not eternal but kindness is." The princess scoffed and walked away. That night, as Isabella looked into her mirror, she noticed a small wrinkle on her face. Panicked, she called for the royal doctor, who assured her it was nothing to worry about. However, the next morning, Isabella awoke to find her face covered in wrinkles. She cried bitterly at his appearance. She cried and refused to leave her room. Days passed, and she grew more and more isolated, ashamed of her appearance. One day, the old woman appeared at the castle gates. The king, desperate to help his daughter, allowed her in. The old woman approached Isabella and said, "Do you remember what I told you in the garden? Beauty is not eternal, but kindness is." Isabella, humbled and sorrowful, asked, "Is there any way to reverse this? I see now how wrong I was." The old woman nodded. "There is a way, but it requires true kindness. You must serve your people, not as a princess, but as a commoner. Only through genuine acts of kindness can your beauty be restored." Isabella agreed, and for months, she worked among the people, helping them, caring for the sick, and sharing her wealth. She found joy in their smiles and gratitude. Slowly, her wrinkles began to fade, but Isabella no longer cared. She had found a deeper beauty within herself, a beauty that came from kindness and compassion. When her face finally returned to its original beauty, Isabella remained humble and kind, and she ruled her kingdom with a generous heart, forever grateful for the lesson she had learned. And so, the kingdom flourished, not because of the princess's beauty, but because of the princess's beauty, but because of her kindness.